Hi, and welcome to our Thursday night Divine Energy Flow energy session. Hello, welcome. Happy Christmas Eve. So first of all, if you are new here, welcome. And I honor you for being here and thank you. Every Thursday we do this at 7 o'clock, and it's just a little bit of a talk, probably about 15, 20 minutes talking about different subjects. Tonight, since we're so close to Christmas, we're going to talk about Christ consciousness. Um, every week is a different topic. And then after the talk, then we do about 20 or 30 minutes worth of the energy work. So if you're new to the energy work, um, it's called Divine Energy Flow. And it came from, it's an intuitive energy work or intuitive. And it comes from basically Reiki, quantum touch, the different modalities, and then I'll just kind of put my spin on it. So that's that. Very cool. You can just kind of lay back and relax. If there's something that you need help with, then you can set an intention for the energy to get to those places. Other than that, you can just set the intention to relax and to meditate and to just release any negative energy and that type of thing. So, yes. So we do this every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Another thing is that we have the Facebook communities, which is the Call to Awakening, and then the Divine Energy Flow Facebook communities. if you're watching from there, hello, welcome. And we also have the YouTube channels that this is on, the Call to Awakening, and then mine, Carla Romero Crochet, that this will all be live on. So hello. And regardless if you're here now or if you're here a year from now, when it comes to energy, it knows no time and space. It doesn't matter when you're here, you'll still get the full effect of it. You'll still, um, yeah, you'll still get the full effect of it. So I think that is all that I wanted to say about that. Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, happy holidays, happy whatever it is that you are resonating with. Um, so let's talk. So also, we love questions, comments, anything that you may have. Just go ahead and post them in the chat. I like to answer questions if you have any, or just post comments. I love to just hear your feedback, because this is all coming from my perspective, and my perspective is my own. It's just that, mine. And if you resonate with it, then wonderful. And some people may not, and that's okay too, right? So let's talk about Christ consciousness. Since this sage is already burning so beautifully, I'm going to go ahead and cleanse this, and I'm going to go ahead and cleanse you, just like so you'll be ready for the energy work at the end of this. So just kind of relax, take some deep breaths, and we're just going to clear. Just because it's going so well, I hate to waste it. All right. So, Christ consciousness. So first, let's talk about consciousness, right? So consciousness is everything. Everything is made of consciousness, basically. That's all there is in the world. That's all there is. Infinitely is infinite consciousness. There are different types of consciousness will show itself in different ways, and in different themes, and different viewpoints, and that type of thing. And so Christ consciousness is a perspective. I don't know, you may have been here when we talked about the 5D or the new earth. I forgot what the video was called. I think it was like, what is 5D, or whatever. And can you reach it? Yeah, that's what it is. Just a few weeks ago, like, can you reach it from here in this 3D world, and that kind of thing. 5D consciousness is a lot like Christ consciousness. So if you watch that one, then you're going to be a step ahead of anyone else. So being that that's said, right? Consciousness is different. Consciousnesses are different perspectives, right? You can have a victim consciousness. That's a perspective. You can have a certain type of religion, whatever it may be. You can have a lower frequency consciousness, a higher frequency consciousness. You can, it's all different perspectives of how you view life, and how you view the world, and how you view everything, how you view the whole as a whole. So, and then of course, the man Jesus Christ, right? And no matter what religion you are, basically we all know that Christ was pure unconditional love. he just glowed, um and 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 just spewed this unconditional love to everyone, this compassion. um he this consciousness. So now let's not talk so much about the man, but about the way that he lived, and the way that his consciousness was, the way that he viewed the world, right? So it's the same thing as unity consciousness. It's the same thing as unity consciousness. when you realize that we are all one, we are all just one consciousness. It's just one big consciousness, and we're all in it, right? So we're just one big one. and and when you hurt someone, you hurt yourself. When you judge someone, you judge yourself. Like it's the the perspective is one of the whole. It's a universal perspective. It's a God perspective. It's knowing that when you look at someone else in the eyes, you're looking at another piece of the God, a piece of the Christ. Okay? We're all one. We're all the same. No one's better than anyone else. We all come from that one source that has basically made himself into or itself into a billions and I don't know however many little pieces so that he could experience everything, duality, good, bad, uh, every type of consciousness, right? Okay. So it's a unity consciousness. It's also called, Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness. I forgot the Hindu. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I forgot like the Hindu word for it, but it's in every religion. I mean, it's in every religion. Um, it's that love, that compassion, that when you look at another person, you have compassion for whatever it is that person is going through. And you can sit there and you can be with that person in their whatever they're going through, right? And be compassionate. And um, another thing is very much a service to others. Like who the person, if I could think of a person that carried that Christ consciousness 100%, it would be like a Mother Teresa. Service to others 100%. I mean, there was no, there, she was completely selfless. You know, all she did was help people. Like, could you imagine how many people, like, if you just like walked down the street or drove down the street, how many people you need help? I mean, just driving down the street, like I'll come across so many different like people begging for money or just sitting there lost, and you can tell they're confused, and I can feel the confusion. I can feel the pain in them because I do feel their energy. If I stopped and helped every single one of those people, that would be like what Mother Teresa would have done. That would have been what Jesus would have done. You stop and you take that moment with that person, with that other aspect of God. You stop and you take that moment with that person, and you just let them know that they are honored and they are no worse or better than anyone else, and you are not, and that kind of thing. And you give them that compassion, and you see what they need in the depths of their soul and the depths of their heart. Okay, so service to others, huge. Um, Service to others. This is not a religious based concept. Like, this is not a religious base. This is not Christ consciousness, is not just Christianity. It goes, it's universal, like I said. um, Sorry, I just want to make sure that like any little things that I wrote down that I don't forget. So no religion is a universal spirituality. Another thing that Jesus was he was, I think it says in the Bible, in the world but not of it. So what does that really even mean? It just means you're here. He was fully embodied in a human suit, fully incarnated on this earth, fully felt every piece of being human, all the good and all the bad, you know. Um, felt it, was completely immersed in it, but at the same time, he had his eyes on God. He had his eye on service. He had his eyes on the prize. He had his eyes on the bigger picture. He knew that there was a trust. There was a trust in the divine, and he knew that all of it was divine in itself. Even his death was divine in itself. you know. Um, so yeah, never got wrapped up in the melodrama of life. So in the world, fully embodied, feeling, being human, but never got wrapped up in the melodrama of the world, all the bullshit of the world. Um, he stayed centered. He stayed in that he stayed in that love space. Mm, it's beautiful. Um, everything is sacred, and I just said everything is divine. What's the difference? It's about the same. It's basically the same thing. You see the divine in everything. You see the sacredness in even the things that we conceive as bad, in the world. Um, yeah, your identity expands from just this person and all the shit that I need to do, all the things that I need to do to keep myself alive, and you expand from this person to all of it in the Christ consciousness. So you're in all of it. You expand your consciousness. Um, and I know I've done videos on that a couple times. So maybe you can go back and watch the other ones. I'm not going to super explain that again too much, but the bottom line is expanding your consciousness, to see the big picture, to see all of it, right? You can't think of the world and all the stuff that's going on as sacred or divine if you're just looking at it from this picture, from this point of view. Okay. Um, yeah, you start praying for everyone instead of just praying for yourself. You start keeping everyone in your thoughts and knowing that those are your brothers and sisters, right? You think with the heart instead of the mind. The mind is the mind can be the ego can be so distorted. It's not anything. It's not your fault. It's just like it's just a fact that it can be so distorted from what the truth of existence is. Um, yeah, so you live through your heart. It's weird, like at first, trying to make decisions through the heart, trying to live through the heart, trying to act through the heart, trying to love 100% through the heart. It's really kind of weird at first, but you start to get used to it, just like all the rest of the things that we've talked about, that I've talked about on here. Um, you start to get used to the ideas. You start to, just like in meditation and that kind of thing, you start to have practices that you hold sacred, that continue to expand your consciousness. And unity consciousness is really like the end result of like going within and really going deep. And that's what it is. So that's what it is to me. um, I don't really think I have anything else to say about it. Is there any questions? Another thing that I do, like, you can get into this space and you'll kind of go in and out of this space once you really start clearing out your own energy. Once you start letting out your emotions and that kind of thing, you can start getting into this space at different times. Just like I was talking about the 5D, same thing. Sometimes if you can just sit there and focus on the heart and focus on the whole of everyone and everything being sacred, you will start to get into this blissful gratitude state that will make you literally cry. It will make you literally cry. It's just compassion, gratitude, and just honoring of everyone, and every cycle of life, and every gray hair, and self-love has a lot to do with it too. So all right, if you have any questions, any comments, please write leave them in the comment section. So we will start the energy session. If you don't mind, just either stay sitting up and just take some deep breaths. We'll do it together. Um, we don't need to sage. So you can lay down, or you can do this sitting up. You're not doing anything. Or just remember that there's really nothing to do. You just have to sort of receive the energy and set your intention now of whatever it is that you need help with or you need work on energetically. It could be emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever it is. Go ahead and set your intention now. Just take a deep breath. And just let it out. Take another deep breath. And just let it out. And now just relax. You can lay down or sit up, but just lay down straight or sit straight. Try to really become present. Um, just remember that there is no time. Time is not completely real. Uh, and so make everything, the past and the future, just come on down to this moment. Makes everything so much less complicated when you're just thinking about this moment. Sometimes you'll see me move my hands, sometimes you won't. That's okay. I'm still working on you. I'm still just kind of reading the energy sometimes and doing whatever I think I need to do at that time. So just relax. All is well. I'm going to do a general. Um, I'm just going to work generally from the crown all the way to the root chakra and your aura. Just kind of working on the mind, trying to get that mind at ease. Slowing it all down. Clearing the throat. Clearing the heart. Do you feel some lower chakra energy that needs to be cleared. Take some deep breaths. When you blow it out all the way. Get all of the stagnant energy out. So take a deep breath in through the nose. And just like that. In through the nose. Just like that. One more time, through the nose. Just like that. I hope y'all have a wonderful holiday season. A beautiful New Year's. You can sit, just stay and meditate if you'd like, or whatever you like. Drink lots of water now. I'd love to hear your comments. Where'd you feel it at? If you felt it at all, like some people, you may feel it huge and you may not. It just depends on the type of like psychic abilities and that kind of thing that you may have. Some people feel energy and some people just don't, or you have to be taught it. It's okay. Okay, y'all have a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful weekend, and I will see y'all next week. Same time, same place. And thank you. I honor you guys. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Sending you lots of love. Lots of love.